Hey guys, I just did a sleep video and I realized that the lighting was pretty bad. So I'm gonna redo this. This is an important video and I really want this message to get out there. As you can see that I'm hiding behind my car here so that the wind doesn't blow you out and that I can get this message across, because sleep is important, you guys, and sleep is so critical right now. You know, when we're stressed in life in general, let alone coronavirus crisis, it really impacts sleep. Why is that? Well, stress, which is really an internal perception of anything that we think is dangerous to our well-being, our survival, triggers a part of our brain called the amygdala, amygdala, and it triggers and it activates the stress response to help us fight or flee or freeze. So that's really, really important. And the more that amygdala is activated, and the more vigilant we are for danger throughout the day, which we'd experience as stress, tension, anxiety, not being able to focus, depression, negative thoughts, sugar cravings, not wanting to eat, etc., will show up as poor sleep. It's like we're operating with the volume turned up a few levels too high inside, so that when it's time, as the sun sets, to come into a restful, natural, internally generated chemical sleep that creates an internal milieu or environment that's optimal for rest, don't happen. It just doesn't happen. So sleep is important. Now, sleep is critical right now during this time for a few reasons. Sleep is an important time where we boost our immune system. It is a well-documented fact that if we're not sleeping restfully, if we're not sleeping fully for 7 to 9 hours, it really impacts our sleep. Now, some people can sleep less than that and some people need more, but that's a pretty good time interval to think about. So we got to sleep because it's good for our immune system. It's good psychologically because sleep helps us sort through our psyche and filter through and integrate and metabolize experience, integrate, metabolize stress, so that we wake up fresh and we're ready for another day. Now, what does that mean? That means that sleep helps us be resilient and adaptable. Look, there's an upside to stress. Stress is not all bad. And even this time right now, as hard as it is, there is an upside to stress. If you want to know the full science of it, look up Kelly McGonigal in her book, The Upside of Stress. When we can be resilient, when we can respond with perspective and see things clearly and feel motivated and activated to move towards a compelling future and to serve others and to grow as people and to find a way through this time, guess what? Stress is actually good for us. But if we feel disempowered, if we feel scared, if we're like binging on cycles of never-ending news media, it's hard. Our body breaks down in stress. So sleep is critical, and our mindset and our attitude during the day is critical to put us in the position of good sleep. Now listen, let me tell you a super fast story. I didn't sleep for 2 years. For 2 years, I had been so stressed from work. I didn't really know it. You know, I was kind of that guy who just looked like everything was good on the outside, but it really wasn't. And I was overworking and I was taking care of way too many patients. I used to see like 100 patients a day. I had one of the biggest chiropractic clinics in the world, which from the outside point of view looks great, but on the inside, it was really breaking me down. Plus, I had a lot of unprocessed trauma from my childhood that was coming up when I had a child. Plus, I hadn't been taking care of myself in a couple ways, and it created a perfect storm where I didn't sleep well. So I had to learn this the hard way. So guys, sleep is really important. Let me share with you a few practices that really work. First, breathe consciously and breathe consciously throughout the day. Here's an easy way to do that. Punctuate your day with conscious breathing. Here's a way to do that. Set the timer on your phone, maybe every couple hours, to stop, breathe for 2 to 3 minutes, in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and continue until such a time as your buzzer goes off after 2 to 4 minutes and you're feeling good. Repeat every couple hours. It creates a baseline inside of inner peace and well-being that has a chemical correlate of balance that will help you sleep later on. Manage your stress during the day, then you won't need to medicate at night, right? So meditate, don't medicate. 2, chill on the coffee, keep it before noon. 3, move your body 4 to 5 to 6 times a week if you can for 20 to 40 minutes. As you get older, I'm 44 now, so for me, periods of high intensity interval training, true HIIT training, that really strengthens my body for 35 minutes or less is really, really good for sleep. Walk, run, do yoga, whatever it is. Next, connect with people. Love and be loved. Why? Because we're biologically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually wired to connect. And when we connect, it creates an internal chemistry inside that predisposes us to, you guessed it, restful sleep. Sorry about that. I just got the battery notice on my phone. Next, watch foods that screw you up. So the biggest foods that screw up sleep, not for everybody, so don't take this as a hard and fast rule, but generally speaking, gluten, dairy, and bad fats create a very low level inflammation in the body for a lot of people that can screw up sleep. So just eat whole foods to the best of your ability, as it works in your budgets, as you can. Don't stress and don't be obsessive about it, but whole foods and good fats. So fruits, vegetables, good proteins like grass-fed beef, chicken, ocean-caught fish, plus really, really good fats like olive oil and coconut oil. Stay away from partially hydrogenated fats and oils, vegetable oils, fried stuff. Just stay away from it because long-term it really screws up your hormone system and creates an internal milieu of inflammation. You don't want that. Next, meditate. I kind of mentioned this, but don't medicate. So if you go down below and you click the link, you can get a guided meditation from me. There's tons of systems out there. God, I've been practicing meditation for a really long time. Personally, if you're going to learn transcendental meditation. It's awesome. If you don't like that vibe, go with mindfulness or pick someone like me or other teachers who've been around who create guided meditations. Next, maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes before you go to sleep, sit down, set a timer for 10 minutes and write down whatever's on your mind. Don't filter, don't show this to anybody. Get your junk out. Look, our issues stay in our tissues, so I'd rather you get them out on paper, create a reframe for it, and then have a healthy meaning that we can put in, because a healthy meaning and the healthy story we tell ourselves, the healthy internal language we do, guess what it does to stress? It turns it down and it turns up our resilience, our resolve, and I can't think of another good word that starts with R, but it just makes us gritty and resilient. Ooh, there it is, resilient. It makes us gritty and resilient and gives us fortitude. And we need that, right? Deep breathe before you go to bed. I love magnesium chloride baths, not magnesium sulfate. That's what most people do with Epsom salts. Don't do that. Magnesium chloride with lavender drops. Here's some quick supplements that are awesome and have been backed by evidence, scientific evidence. Melatonin, 1 to 3 milligrams. Valerian, 5 to 700 milligrams. Magnesium, 2 to 400 milligrams. I like magnesium gluconate or magnesium citrate or magnesium malate chelate. Another good one, passion flower. That's a really good one. Also, glycine. So bone broth is a really good source of glycine. Bone broth before dinner also gives you lots of collagen, so good for your skin and your hair, good for your joints, good for sleep. Most importantly, love, give love. And if you have a spiritual life, turn to it. Turn to it. Finally, guided meditations specifically for sleep can be really helpful. You can get one on my YouTube channel, and there's tons of other good ones out there. My name's Dr. Matt Lyon. I wish you all the best. Please contact me from my website below. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to help you. All right. Lots of love. Bye.